I wanted to do something a little bit different this week. I had a friend who was showing someone my method of trading. They were going over the method that I use, and I'm using a price action trading style, a price action on the daily, and I use the 4-hour trigger chart to get me into the trades. And the trader friend actually had criticized my method a little bit. And so I thought that I would just go over some trades that I took this week just to kind of illustrate a point. So I took some trades. Let me show you what I did here. First thing I want to do is I'm going to account history here. I'm going to bring up a custom period, and this is an MT4. This is my demo account, by the way. I would never take this many trades on a live account. This is just to illustrate a point. I'm just going to bring up the trades for this week. See if I can bring them up. Okay, there they are. Okay, these are the trades that I took this week. You'll see there are about 13 different trades here. There are 7 currency pairs altogether, 13 trades. Okay, you would never do this in a live account. What I would typically do is trade per trade, take on no more than 1 or 2% risk per trade. Overall, all the trades added together, I would never take on more than 5 or 6% total risk in all my trades. So if I have each trade is taking on a 2% risk, the maximum amount of trades I would have would be 3. Like I said before, this is in a demo account, and this was just to illustrate a point because I guess I was a little bit peeved that the guy was so critical of my trading method, which is ironic because he has a similar trading method. Anyway, maybe he didn't understand it or what. But I just wanted to show you the power of this system, the power of price action, and using the 4-hour as a breakout. I think it's a really reliable system. It's incredibly simple, and the only thing that you need to do really is to learn how to read a chart, how to use a price action, to read the candlesticks. That's really all you need to do in a little bit of practice. So I'm going to go over these really quickly and show you exactly how this thing wound up this week. The Aussie Canada, I think, was the first one. I'm getting into these trades, by the way, on I think Monday or Monday and Tuesday are the days that I'm getting filled. This is Saturday. This is December 17th, and I'm getting into these trades on the 6th, 7th, and looks like I got into this one on the 6th. I think that's Monday. Maybe the 8th is Wednesday, or that might have been Sunday night. I'm not sure, but regardless, anyway. Aussie Canada, I saw a big run up here. Looking at some inside bars here. Looks like we have a pin bar right there. I'm looking at the daily for the price action. The vertical line is the day that, or the candle that I got into the trade. All I'm doing is looking for the price action on the daily, and then I'm popping over to the 4-hour to look for the break in that direction. I'm using the Donchian channels. The Donchian channels, basically all they do is just mark the high and the low over a certain time frame. I have my mindset for 18 periods. 18 periods on the 4-hour is 3 days. So I'm just setting them for 18 periods, and I'm watching the break of the low. Once I see the break of the high or the low, once I see the price action signal on the daily, then I'm going to play or watch for the breakout in that direction. That's it. That is the entire system. I've got some other indicators on here that you can see. This is an RSI. It's called the FOSI. Basically what that is the RSI, but we have an RSI moving average, which is the red line. This shows a strengthening or weakening in the price action, but you know, this is a supporting indicator. Never ever use an indicator like an RSI or MACD as a buy and sell indicator. It always lags. The only thing that's real time is going to be the price. So price action is king. It always was, and it always will be. So learn your price action. That's what I'm saying. So price action on the daily, pop over to the 4-hour, and you see your entry is the high or the low. This is how my method works. The green dashed line is my entry. The red dashed line is my exit. This one didn't work out. I lost about 15 pips on this one. It just broke the low. This is the candle that I got in. There is the low, the Donchian channel there. I got in, took me down about 90 pips, and it just went sideways like this. I think after this pin bar, I kind of got tired of being in it. So I just ditched it. Looking at the Aussie JPY, this was a decent trade. A total of 329 pips. Price action on the daily, there's a nice pin bar there, some inside bars it looks like. Flipping over to also the RSI here. This vertical line is the candle I got in on. Flipping over to the 4 hour, you can see there is the candle that broke that low. There's the low right there. There's my entry point, is that dashed green line. That was a nice trade at 329 pips. I put on a second lot at this green line, or the second unit I should say. That's 2 lots. And that one netted me out 59 pips. I got out of it here. I still have that the sell stop down here for the third unit to be put in, but I never got filled on it. So when it started to retrace, I decided just to get out of that one. The CAD JPY is kind of the same thing. We've got a nice pin bar over here, inside bar here, big bearish candle down. I got in on that big bearish candle. Looking at the 4 hour chart, there we are. There is the break of the low. This is the candle that I got into this on, and looks like I netted out about 216 pips on the first unit and 56 pips on the second unit. I actually took, and I didn't take the sell stops out here. That was where I would place my third unit. There's my target for this trade. I didn't take those out when I closed out the trade, and I actually got filled on that on Friday. So right now I'm sitting about down 10-15 pips on that one. But that's also a decent trade. Euro Aussie dollar was not a profitable trade at all. It actually took me down 205 pips. But you see here we've got a pin bar here. We've got kind of a tiny little pin bar here. Big bullish candle here. RSI is down at an extreme. Looking at the 4 hour, there's the break of the high. You see the Donchian channel right here, and that's the candle that I got into this trade. I felt good moving above the round number, but it just didn't go anywhere. Fell back, made a lower high here, and down here is where I actually got it out. So out at about 205 pips of a loss. That kind of thing happens, and that's kind of the way the ball bounces. But moving on to the pound Aussie. Same thing, inside bar here, big bullish candle here, and there is the break of the Donchian channel. Here's the Donchian channel. Here's where I put my sell stop. Most of the time what I'll do is I will put the buy sell stop either above or below the round number. The round numbers kind of act as natural support resistance points. So I'm going to put my sell stop, buy stop above or below these numbers. That was my buy stop. And just like the Euro Aussie dollar, it just didn't go anywhere. Came back up, felt good about it here, pulled back again. And right about here is where I got out. Actually, I got out of this candle. That's going to be, there's like a 68 pip profit. But I didn't feel good about it. This double top, it was rejected from this round number 155 2 times. And didn't feel too good about it. So just got out, took a little money off the table. I had, 13 trades on, so I figured I'll take the profit and I'll have less to manage. The next two were my best 2 trades. The New Zealand JPY, and it's looking at the daily. Here we are again. Look at the price action on the daily. We've got these little dojis here. There's a pin bar there. Little tiny candles, big upswing here, and the little tiny candles right against the round number 61 kind of says to me that this is weakening. So I'm going to look for a downturn. RSI is also weakening, flattening out and turning down. Big bearish candle right where that vertical line is. And there we are. There is the break of the Donchian channel. And like I said before, I will typically put my buy or sell stop above or below the round number. Here I put my sell stop below the round number. I always use these sell stops because I might not be in front of the computer to pull the trigger on it. So I'm going to put the sell stop where I think it's going to be a good fill. So I put the sell stop here, took me down 50 pips, and the trade actually worked. Here's my second unit, and I got filled on my second unit here. It comes down. I should have put my second unit in here, or my third unit here. I put my third unit right here. I was a little bit late to the party, but like I say again, I had so many trades on, it's kind of hard to manage all of them, and I work a full-time job, so I'm at work trying to manage all of this. And it winds up being a bit cumbersome. Another reason why you shouldn't put on so many trades. But this was just to illustrate a point anyway. But anyway, I got filled here. It started to retrace on me a little bit. I lost about 54 pips on that last unit. I made 315 pips on the first, 179 pips on the second, and I lost 50 pips on the third. So not a bad trade. Might have been a good trade altogether. New Zealand US dollar. It's kind of the same chart. We've got these little candles here right up against a round number 78. Nice little pin bar right there. When I start to see these, now this isn't a trigger for me necessarily. This is a sign that I need to start looking that this uptrend has weakened and could potentially be reversing. And we also see that this the RSI and the RSI moving average is crossed and starting to flatten out. And once again, it's telling you that the price is moving. This is kind of telling you what you already know from looking at the price action. Looking at the 4-hour, I'm looking for a break. I'm looking for a break of the lows, and right here it is. You see the break of the lows, and what I normally do is put my sell stop below the round number, and that's where it is. This is the candle I entered on. Immediately, of course, taking down 50 pips. It doesn't always go straight in your direction, but as long as it's not taking out the highs, there are no worries. If it's moving back up here but to these highs, then definitely you should reconsider the trade. But all it's doing is making a lower high. Continuing down, there's my second unit on this trade. And down here you can see this is my third unit. What wound up happening is New Zealand US dollar, I wound up with 315 pips on the first unit, 127 pips on the second unit, and then I lost 104 pips on the last unit. Overall, not a bad trade. I guess if you're totaling this up, about 350 pips altogether. And this is also doubled up per lot size. This is pips per lot. So if you were to take these pips, you want to divide it by the size of the trade, divide it by 2, divide this number by 2. This isn't really 1,176 pips altogether. It's 588 linear pips, if you will. So still almost 600 pips for the week is not a bad week. So once again, I wouldn't do this on a live account. This was just to illustrate a point about how the system, the system that I use, it's a strong system. This system will make you money. I don't particularly like calling it a system. It's really a method of trading. It's price action trading based on the daily. The only thing that I've done is taken the daily price action, and instead of using the price action itself as a trigger, I'm using a lower time frame and a break of the high or the low. So if I get a general indication of which way the price is going to move, I'm using the break of the high or the low on the lower time frame to get me into the trade. And this is a system that's been working extremely well for me. And you can see here, you can see these 13 trades altogether. Out of the 13 trades, there are 1, 2, 3, 4 losing trades. So 13 trades, 7 pairs, 4 losing trades. I don't know what that percentage is, but it's pretty good. And when you do have winning trades and you can compound the trades, you really wind up doing it extremely well. So anyway, that was my week. That was my little experiment, and I just wanted to show that to everybody so you can get an idea of what the method's all about. And I hope you guys can take some good stuff from this and possibly use it. So that's pretty much it, and we'll talk to everybody later.